Hi, my name is Randy Baxter, and I had really become kind of celibate for a couple of years on my own, from 18 to 20, before I heard about Love in Action in the Bay Area. And I was part of Love in Action for 5 years, 3 just going to the Friday night meetings, and then 1 year on the 1987 live-in program, both going through the program and being a assistant house leader at the same time. And then after that I went to London for half a year and was an office assistant at Turnabout Ministries there.
So at one point you believed that you were actually changing your sexual orientation?
I believe that I was willing to try. Frank Worthen had theorized that after one repressed or learned how to give up, overcome dwelling on one's gay feelings, that God would lead you to kind of a desert period of asexual nature, and then at the very, very end of that, he didn't know if he guessed it might be from 5 to 10 years, which sounded like an incredibly long time to a 22-year-old. But he said at the very end of that, God might lead you just to the point where there might be one heterosexual person that you'd be attracted to, because why go from being a raving lustful homosexual to a raving lustful heterosexual? Because if the addiction and the entrapment feeling of defeat, of falling for ungodly temptation was the problem, then becoming some raving heterosexual wasn't going to be the issue. So that little goal was there. I thought, well, maybe it could be so. I think I've always been a Kinsey 6, so I didn't see how it could be possible, but I was willing to give it a try because I'd repressed my own gay feelings for so long. As a teenager, I just loathed myself and my body and didn't want to have anything to do with sex. As I mentioned, I committed celibacy at 18 and had stopped masturbating already, and kept that up for a total of about 7 years, well into my Love in Action time. So at first they seemed like something I'd already been creating just on my own, and it was wonderful to find other people who were looking for an answer along those same lines. And it was only after 3, 4, or 5 years, especially the live-in program, seeing people struggle so intensely, so hard, and so sincerely as believers in Christ, and then not be able to change. And then once I went over to London, then there were just so many people over there who were, I don't know whether it was British culture or not, but they were much more repressed about dealing with sexuality in general, and they weren't anywhere near the level of either potential change or denial, however you want to call it, than we Americans were. And that started me thinking there has to be either something drastically wrong with the method we were prescribing, or maybe there was something wrong with the basic message that we were preaching.